flush it down the toilet, 'cause I don't like you. My face looks like a glazed donut.
Ah, yes. Welcome to the Glazed Donut. And yes, we're going to be talking about remasters again. I promise I'm going to tap the brakes on the remaster thing. I'm probably going to do one more, and it's going to be like a box set edition because I've gotten so many box sets over the past 3 or 4 years that need to be talked about for sure. So anyway, of course, the Glazed Donut is always brought to you by Heavies. That's pretty much why the Glazed Donut exists, because of how amazing that these headphones are. I have pretty much, thought I knew things about music, but I obviously don't, because it's a continuing education every time I put these on and listen to stuff. So anyway, so please subscribe to my channel. Let's get the business out of the way. Please subscribe to my channel. And I know there's 5 of you that watch this, but please go over here and follow me on Bandcamp and support me on Bandcamp. And, dude, just tell everybody about it. All I want is people to just check out some of this stuff. I mean, I got everything's over there. Like the Toast remasters, all my shit, piece by piece, social anxiety, pillow trick. I mean, there's tons of stuff over there. I mean, some of it's for sale, but, most of it's free. So just go check it out, man. That's all I ever want, is people to check it out and, comment. I just want some feedback. You can tell me it sucks. I mean, I don't really give a shit. I mean, probably most of it probably does suck, but, it's not the worst shit out there. So please come over, follow me on Bandcamp, subscribe to my YouTube page, and come over to my YouTube page, because I've got endless music and all kinds of shit over there. So, oh, and thanks to Len for the new Heavies logos, which are killer. So I'm going to kind of try to do these in groups and try to blast through them, because there's so many of them that need to be talked about. The first one is going to be this one. Incubus, Morning View, 23. Not a remaster. This is a complete re-recording of this album. And I love this album, the original album. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite Incubus album. So I held off on getting this for a long time, and for a couple years, because I was like, I don't really want to hear a re-recorded version of an album that I already love so much. But I ended up getting it, and I got to tell you, man, I was very, very surprised at how awesome that this is. There's, been a slight lineup change since the original album, but Brandon's voice is it's aged, as you would expect. And it just, I don't know, man, to me, it brings out how great that these songs really are. I mean, more than, the original when it first came out. It's pretty much like the original. I mean, they don't change a whole lot. There's some things that are slightly different, but I mean, it's basically true to the album. I know, man, it was impressive, dude, and it sounds amazing. I mean, not a remaster. I mean, it's a brand new recording, but sounds amazing, dude. It was man, I was learning the album over again, and hearing them, play it, these days. Pretty awesome, man. I definitely recommend it. If you haven't heard it, if you like Incubus and you haven't checked this out, definitely give it a shot, man. It's really surprisingly awesome. Okay, so next we're gonna move on here. I'm gonna do a pair. Really, it's just this one. I've had this one for a little while. This is the gold disc edition remasters. This is King's X. Please Come Home, Mr. Bulbous. Maybe not talked about enough. King's X album. Also, the other one here is they did a gold disc remasters, Ty Tabor Safety. One of my favorite Ty Tabor albums. I mean, my favorite Ty Tabor song ever, Missing Love. Holy crap. Great, I mean, great remaster. But this one, They did one of these with Ear Candy, which is the one I really wanted to get because Ear Candy is my favorite King's X of all time. This one is definitely a close second, surprisingly. And I love all the old ones. I mean, you know, I love all the classics. They're all entities of their own. This one, I don't think gets enough love or gets talked about enough or gets kind of pushed aside like it's garbage or something. But this is their heaviest and darkest album. Definitely the lowest tuned album of all of them. And that's the deal with the original was like it was so low that you just lose all detail in anything, man. It was really muddy. And this has cleaned it up. Now you can hear everything. And of course, because of the heavies, the heavies give you automatic, mega space, but you can hear everything now. And it is killer, dude. This is like I said, man, this is number 2 for me, Ear Candy and this one. And they did a gold disc remaster of Ear Candy, which is impossible to find. They did one of like Tapehead and Manic Moonlight. Ty Tabor did a couple. They all come with these little trading cards. This is a Doug card in this one. But yeah, dude, if you have not given this album a proper chance, man, I would suggest going back and giving this one a shot. You can find this gold disc remaster easily. It's everywhere. Ear Candy is it's impossible, dude. I found one and it was I don't even know what the price was. It was so out of there's no way I'm gonna pay that amount of money for a disc. But this is killer, dude. A killer album. So if you're not into it or haven't checked it out enough, go back and check it out. It is worth it, dude. In the heavies, I'm speaking completely from my perspective in the heavies, okay? So you should probably get you some heavies for this to all make sense to you. Next, I would like to present a trilogy of greatest hits. I was just looking for the hits, man. I wanted the hits, nothing else. I wanted remastered hits. You got Loverboy, remastered greatest hits, 16 remastered tracks. Of course, the Huey Lewis and the News Time Flies greatest hits, remastered. Another incredible greatest hits. And we've got Night Ranger greatest hits. Man, I just wanted the hits, dude. That's all I was after. Remastered. I'm an 80s kid, dude. This is in my DNA. Can't help it. But Loverboy, this came out a long time ago, this remaster. It's got them all, dude. Got every one of them. Sounds incredibly killer. And dude, Loverboy, the guitars on these songs, they're just this is, okay, Paul Dean. That's his name, Paul Dean. Another Gary Richrath, just underrated, just forgotten about, underappreciated, one of those guitar players again. But man, dude, just listen to it, dude. Take Me to the Top. The classic, dude. This dude is just he's like Gary Richrath, man. He plays to the song. He plays whatever the song needs. That's a skill, man. That is a skill to be able to throttle back and just play what the song requires, man. Not everybody does that. But I will give it to him. This is a great, this has got them all, dude. You don't even need to ask. Yes, they're all on there. Great listen, dude, and it sounds killer. The next one, Huey Lewis. This is another one, man. It's got them all. And that guitar player too, man. He might fit that category as well. I know Huey Lewis there's so much going on in that music. You kind of got to carve your space out. But man, he was a kick-ass guitar player too, man. I think I might need to do a show on that. I think I might need to do a show on the underappreciated, underrated, forgotten guitar players. I think that might be the next show. Maybe we'll take a break before the box set show. I'll have to do a show on that because man, that's a good example of one too. And this is killer sounding, dude. It is so loud and clear, and it's so cool to hear all those songs. And man, dude, in the heavies, you can really pick out all the parts, and you can hear how really complex that this music is, for being pop, rock and roll pop hits. I mean, there is a lot going on in these songs, and a great sounding too. Remastered, great. And the third one was the Night Ranger greatest hits, and this is one of those super high quality, those Japan CDs, one of those super high quality ones, man. I got this, and it actually came from Japan. So I wanted to get this because all the Night Ranger stuff on the originals is so low volume, man. Really low volume, and this definitely picks it up, man. This you got a nice little pop out of these, man. And like, I don't know if probably Brad Gillis and Jeff Watson probably don't fit that underrated guitar player category, but maybe I feel like maybe Brad Gillis doesn't get the love he deserves. Me and Big Duke Frank argued about that a lot. He always told me Brad Gillis was a wanker, just a whammy bar, wanker. And man, he is okay, man. Jeff Watson is, by far the superior technical player. Absolutely. I mean, that dude is amazing, technically amazing. He lacks a little feel, and that's what Brad Gillis brings to the table. Brad Gillis brings that feel, man, that whammy bar. I mean, he just lets it all hang out, dude. I mean, it's just, and when you get the solos, man, for the power ballads, dude, in the 80s, and he got most of those, I mean, by himself. No harmonies, no Jeff Watson, trade-offs. The full solo, man. Brad Gillis got a bunch of those, man. And oh, by the way, Big Duke Frank, in case you haven't come around yet, we talked about this too. It wasn't Jeff Watson that got asked to come in and fill in for Randy Rhoads after his death on the Diary of a Madman tour. No, that was Brad Gillis. And even appearing on the Speak of the Devil live album. So, I mean, he's even on a live album from that tour. So, there's got to be something said for that, man. I mean, you gotta admit, he passed muster with Sharon, dude. So, there's something to be said for him. But anyway, this has all the songs on it, all the hits, which is what I was going for, and they sound great, man. The super high quality remastered Japan Magic, man. Japan Magic sounds incredible. I don't know if their regular American one sounds like this or not, but this one sounds amazing. So if you want to get your Night Ranger fix, there you go. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to do this in a whole entire group because I already talked about Van Halen, Women and Children First. Got the remaster. I told y'all about the remasters, how Warner Brothers changed their logo to that Warner Records logo, and that's how you know it's the actual 2015 remaster, I think it is. But anyway, so I got Women and Children First, so then I said, you know what, I'm just going to follow. I did what I said I was going to do. I got Fair Warning and I got Diver Down. And after listening to them, I was like, holy crap, these sound so good. So I had to go back and get the other three. So I did. So I got all 6 of the David Lee Roth Van Halen's, all the same remaster. I think these are the same remasters they use in that Collection 1 box set, which is, I mean, it's impossible to find for, reasonable money. But these are all, I think, the same remasters. A lot cheaper to get them separately. And this is the actual order I listened to them in. I did Women and Children First, Fair Warning, Diver Down, right? And then I went back and did 2, the first album, and then 1984. I mean, like all back to back. I listened to all of them back to back. And the consistency in the sound is just like perfect, dude. They all sound perfect. 1984 is the one that has a little jump in the production, with the keys and everything. But like the first 4 albums are pretty much recorded the same kind of technique with the hard left and right and all that. And Diver Down, you know, you kind of get a little more complete center Eddie on some stuff. And but 1984 is the one that just, you know, it totally changed, you know, the whole sound and mix and everything. But these are all excellent, excellent. I don't know what else to say about them. They were all just beautiful, man. And like I told you before on the Women and Children First thing, it's like, yes, it's still hard left and right, but I guess it's the heavies, man, that kind of brings it all together to where it doesn't sound so isolated. It sounds more like you're sitting, you know, in there listening to a band play, you know. Totally. First 4 albums completely like that. Okay, so next, moving on. Oh, you're going to love this segue. Look at this. David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile, huh? This is another Japan. This wasn't like one of the super high quality ones. This is one of their Forever Young Remaster series. So it's still from Japan, so it's got Japan magic on it. And I wanted to pair it with this one, the Whitesnake Slip of the Tongue. This is the 30th anniversary edition remaster. Both featuring Steve Vai, of course. But starting with Eat 'Em and Smile, I mean, the mix is incredible, dude. And this is definitely when David Lee Roth could still sing, man. Now he just kind of sounds like 40 years of whiskey and cocaine. But back in the day, man, he was a really good singer with Van Halen, and his first few little solo albums were, you know, he still had a great voice. He was still able to sing. And this is killer, man. This is really, really spatial, for sure, man. You can really hear Steve Vai's parts and how, like, you talk about, you know, not playing to the song. Steve Vai is the other side of that, where he's playing everything over the song, and it all works because he's phenomenal. Same with this, the Whitesnake, Slip of the Tongue. This, from what I remember, was, you know, Adrian Vandenberg got injured or something at a wrist or something like that, and he couldn't record. So I guess they call Steve Vai to come in. Like Adrian Vandenberg wrote all the songs with David Coverdale, like they were already written, but he couldn't record them. So they call, of all people, Steve Vai to come in and record the album. So this is basically a Steve Vai album. These are like, you know, Steve Vai albums. Billy Sheehan, of course, and Steve Vai, but they're Steve Vai masterpieces, really. It's, I mean, like I said, overplaying. Yes, but it's badass. This is an anomaly in the Whitesnake catalog, man. This is like, there is nothing like this one in the Whitesnake catalog. Steve Vai is like, man, what a weird combo, you know, for Whitesnake. And just badass, man. And then I remembered, you know, after that, you know, Adrian Vandenberg joined the band for the tour of this. And I'm sure he was just going like, what am I supposed to play here? But anyway, this incredible sounding album. This is such a great album, man. And so is this. I mean, these are classics, dude. I mean, this and 5150, we'll say, those two, man, it's hard to choose between the two, man. Those are two solid releases after the breakup of Van Halen. Solid releases, man. But if you want to have a Steve Vai carnival, pick this up. Pick up the remaster, the Japan remaster, by the way, because it'll blow your nuts off, dude. And the 30th anniversary edition of Slip of the Tongue, and you will get a Steve Vai fix like you've never experienced before. So okay, moving on. All right. Time to talk some Skinnerd, man. It's time to talk some Skinnerd. Now, when it comes to Skinnerd, when I was a kid, I had this, and I had this. The Greatest Hits one and the live album. I had this on vinyl forever. Gold and platinum, man, I'm telling you, dude, you may not like Southern rock, you may not like Skinner, whatever. Leonard Skinner gets a bad rap, man. They got pigeonholed into a, I don't know, man. It's not a correct perception, man. There's so much more to this band than Freebird and Sweet Home Alabama, man. There is so much more to this band. This is a badass band. I mean, this should be considered like one of the greatest hits compilations out there. I mean, really, I'm not 100% positive that this is a remaster. They say it's a remaster, but I mean, you can see this is the old school double disc container. You probably haven't seen these for a while. So I'm pretty sure they just remastered the tracks when they, put this compilation together to begin with. So this would be a really old remaster. But either way, man, it was so fun to reconnect with this. I mean, listening to this, both discs, man, start to finish, dude, in the heavies was like, man, dude, what a badass band, dude. Badass. Speaking of badass, this right here, man. I've had this forever. This is another live album that should be considered one of the best. I mean, maybe it is considered one of the best. I don't know. But this is definitely up there with Frampton Comes Alive, Kiss Alive, Cheap Trick, Budokan, Wings Over America. I mean, this should be up there with all of those. And this particular one, I didn't even know this existed. This is the expanded, remastered, remixed edition of this album. And man, and remixed by the dude that actually recorded the show. Remixed. And let me tell you something, dude. 1000% improvement in the sound. This thing thumps. Man, it's panned out like the guitar players are on stage. It's like sitting in the front row, man. And it rocks. I mean, look, dude, if you don't like Leonard Skinner and you haven't heard this, then I really don't think that you are qualified to have that opinion, honestly. Because you cannot walk away from this and go, that sucked. No, sir, dude. This rocks, man. And it will rock your nuts off, dude. This is a great album. And it sounds so good now. I mean, unbelievably good, dude. It thumps. It's like, I swear, dude, I mean, it's made for the heavies. I mean, that you talk about heavies gives you a live feel sound anyway. To hear a live album remixed like this is unbelievable, dude. So I recommend checking this out, dude. And, dude, this band right here, this band at this show, this is a badass band. I mean, I'll tell you, dude, if you don't like Southern fried rock and all that, it's cool, I get it, man. But I'll tell you something about Southern rock, dude. Across the board, Southern rock has kick-ass guitars, man. I mean, Molly Hatchet, 38 Special, ZZ Top, on down the line, And Skinner is no exception. I mean, these dudes, they venture into Eagles territory sometimes with the amount of shit going on in these songs, man. I mean, just go check it out. Just put on Gold and Platinum. Just put it on. Suffer through the songs that you know, but give them another listen, from a different perspective and let it flow together with the rest of the stuff on here. This is such a great combo of live and studio, and the live is from this, So this is amazing. But dude, Skinner fan or not, you owe it to yourself to at least check this out. One More from the Road. Get the freaking remix version, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. You won't be sorry. Play It Pretty for Atlanta. Next. Here we go. It was a double shot of Billy Squier. I wanted Don't Say No. This is the 30th anniversary edition remaster. I wanted Don't Say No, and I wanted Emotions in Motion. And the only remaster of Emotions in Motion is in this double pack where you get Signs of Life. Emotions in Motion and Signs of Life. I never had Signs of Life. I didn't even think I knew anything on that album except for Rock Me Tonight. I mean, everybody knows that one. That was the one that destroyed his entire career with that stupid ass video. But I didn't think I knew any songs on that album except that. And then when I listened to it, I come to find out I knew like 4 or 5 of them. And I'm like, I don't know how I knew them because I certainly never had that album, and I know they weren't big radio hits, so I don't know how I knew them. But I was surprised. I knew like 4 or 5 songs on that album. But anyway, all I was really getting at was Emotions in Motion. But this is the one that I really wanted because I love this album, man. I had this on vinyl and wore this fucker out all the time too. This is, I mean, as close to perfect as you can get too. Right up there in that freaking REO Speedwagon, Journey, Boston category. I mean, I don't know. 1981, I guess, was just a monster year for freaking, legendary albums, man, because this is definitely one of them. Sounds even more amazing than the original, man. So much louder. This is another, like, I'm in a rehearsal space watching Billy Squier's band jam is what this sounds like. It rocks, man. It's got some bonus shit on it, some live, but this is killer. And I also wanted Emotions in Motion because I like it. Not as much as this one, but I did like that album. It has great tunes on it, and it has the same sound. It's a great accompanied Don't Say No and Emotions in Motion. They both have the same levels and the same kind of spatial qualities. So it's like, sitting in a jam room listening to Billy Squier. Great stuff, man. You should definitely check out Don't Say No, though. I will say that. Okay, so we'll move on right now with a trilogy of Supertramp albums. We have Crisis. What Crisis? Of course, Crime of the Century and Breakfast in America. These are all 3 remastered. They are clean, crystal clear, beautiful sounding remasters, especially this one. This one, what an oddball album this is, man. Never really noticed that before until I listened to it. I haven't listened to this album a whole lot through the years, but this really struck me as a really, really odd, really kick-ass album. And of course, the masterpiece. That one sounds amazing, but the one that sounds the absolute best is definitely Breakfast in America. This album is just thumping loud, man. Thumping loud and in your face. Just jams, dude. And all the songs on this, man. This one just rocks. This is basically a greatest hits album too. But these are some really nice remasters for you Supertramp fans. I recommend all 3 of them, really. Can't go wrong with them, dude. All the Supertramp remasters apparently all have the same, accolades to them. Everybody seems to like them a lot. And I see why, because these 3 are fucking amazing, dude. Fun. It was a fun early Sunday morning listen. Just quiet in the dark, listening to these albums, man. It was amazing. Okay, we're almost there, guys. Relax. Everything's going to be okay. I want to put a pair up here. They're not really related, but we have the Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Deja Vu. Had this vinyl for years and couldn't wait to hear the remaster of this. And, of course, Carole King, Tapestry. This is an older remaster of this album, but, the reason why I put these together is because of the sound. Because for me, I've only had these 2 albums on vinyl, so I've never heard them on CD, only on vinyl my whole life. And so I can't tell you if the remasters are improved from the original disc, but all I can tell you is these sound so amazing. They sound like, vinyl on steroids. Both of them. They're so loud. And what I love about these, because they're so old, is that the panning is just so extreme. Like the instruments are all hard panned all over the place. So it's just like this, basically like sitting in a room. Those kind of recordings, you know. And I mean, what's better than that? I mean, really. I mean, classic, dude. That's just freaking. It's genius and classic. Same with that. I mean, what's wrong with that? That's another perfect album. But these are really good. Talk about, you know, the extent of what the heavies produce, man. It's not just metal, dude. I mean, everything I listen to in the heavies is just amazing, dude. I have not found a single thing that I've come away going, nah, I didn't sound that great. Not anything, dude. Nothing. But these, whew, can't go wrong with it, dude. So we're going to finish the day with a couple that I have had for a while, but I've been checking them out here recently. So we need to talk about these. King Diamond. Them and Conspiracy. Now this one, this is the one that I really was wanting. You know, now I love Conspiracy because, you know, it's the continuing story of this. I like this, but this one, this is the summer of '88 for me. You know, really. Metallica, and Justice for All, and Them. I mean, I was really, really hoping for more from this because the Conspiracy, man, between the two of them, Conspiracy sounds a lot better. Conspiracy is the one that has the pop to it. It was probably just better recorded to begin with, but this one definitely has a better sound to it than this one, which is disappointing because this is the one that I really wanted. And it doesn't sound, it's not that it's bad. It's just there's nothing extreme about it. Now I have heard no, I haven't heard. I've seen that there's a 2020 edition remaster of all these albums. You can find Conspiracy, you can find Abigail, you can find Fatal Portrait, you can find all of them easily, except for this one. This one is impossible to find. And I did find one, and it was like, I mean, $130 or something like that. I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to pay $130 for a disc. I'm not going to do it. So I'm going to keep my eye out for that one because that is the one that everybody says is the greatest. That's the one. That's what I was looking for. The 2020 remaster is what I was looking for. But this, it's not that it's bad, man. It's just, it's a little bit louder. It's not a huge upgrade, but it's a little bit louder. And the one thing that is, you know, that stands out is they put an effect on his voice during the high, you know, mostly during the falsetto stuff. It's like a reverb delay thing, and it swirls, you know. And in the heavies, it really swirls. You know, it's almost like a distraction. But that really stands out. So I guess it's the clarity of that, you know, makes it stand out. And just the overall recording of this, I think, was not as good as Conspiracy, man. Not as good. This one definitely has a punchier sound, but I'm hoping that 2020 remaster brings out a little bit more, kind of what I was expecting. If I can ever get my hands on it, I don't know. But anyway, these are definitely worth checking out. This one for sure. I mean, it has a better sound quality. I'm not sure about Abigail. You can find the 2020 Abigail and the 2020 Conspiracy too. So I mean, maybe I'll do that. But till I can get my hands on this one, because this is my favorite King Diamond. This is the greatest King Diamond album ever, dude. Ever will be. It's just soaked into my bloodstream, dude. This is greatness. So there we go. That's another edition of the Glazed Donut. Another talk of remasters. Like I said, man, I will tap the brakes on it. And I think I might do a show on underappreciated guitar players next. I mean, I was really kind of fired me up a little bit there. I think I can put together a ton of guitar players that nobody gives a shit about. I think I can do that. And then we'll do the box set show, and I can promise you we're going to be talking about that Queen too, because oh man, dude, I'll just wait till we talk about that one later. So thanks for hanging around on the Glazed Donut. Make sure you subscribe to my page and go support me on Bandcamp. And we'll see you next time, hippies. Peace out.
My face looks like a glazed donut.